Okay. Let me close out some stuff. I'm live, y'all. I don't know if you guys can see me. Let's do. There you go. All right, let me close out the other thing, you guys. Hold on. Hold on. And then my kitties. Oh, let me turn this music down. Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to stop my camera right quick. Hi, guys. Let me go. Oh, I was having such an issue. Sorry, I had to stop my camera right. There we go. Where are you at? I have so many tabs. Let me clear up these tabs real quick. Hi. That other link was acting a fool. I was trying to use a different system. That wasn't working at all. Let me delete this. Hold on. I'm coming. I promise. There we go. Delete forever. Okay. I know y'all are staring at me as I'm doing this. Hi. Hey, everybody. Hey, Marina. Hey. Oh, hi, Aftershock. I don't know how to say your name properly, so I'm not going to say it like that because I know how it feels for my name to be trashed out like that. So, but hi, how are you guys? Hi, Ray. Hi, Ori. I wonder if I need to see if I can share this to you guys or out on Twitter because this was a mess. Let me see. Does it allow me to share it? Let's see. No. Oh, I can just share it from straight YouTube, huh? Saya. Okay, there it is. All right, Saya. Hi, Saya. I'm like, I am not about to butcher your name. Let me go share this real quick. I'll be right back. And put it on Twitter. I'm live. Tweet that out. I am so late. Sorry, guys. I'm always late. That is my life. Hi, Brandy. Hopefully the lighting's decent. I am literally sitting on the ground because I wanted to be comfortable, but I also wanted to have semi-decent lighting. Oh, my eye look at this. Like I tried to do something. I was not trying to be looking a mess. I wasn't. How is everybody? How are we doing? I'm gonna give everyone just a little second to get in and then we're gonna catch up. We're gonna talk about critical thinking online because I see that is lacking like crazy recently. I ain't got time for that. And I just wanted to talk about it and kind of remind everyone how important that is. Like, there's been a lot going on where I just see people just jumping to conclusions, pushing out stigmas and judgments. Drives me crazy. Let me know you guys you can hear me pretty good. Hi, Taisha. It's been a minute. How are you doing? Hi, Beverly. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Not excited that the weekend is about to end, but I'm sitting here looking forward to, I have a vacation coming up the week of Valentine's Day. I haven't taken days off in a minute and I was racking up some PTO and I was like, you know what? I just need to take a day off. Like they always pushing us productivity. That's it's a whole thing. So, hey, Stefania, how are you doing? Hope everyone is doing good. I'm gonna get started. I know I have a mod coming in. That is going to be Fedora when she gets here. Let me see. That's showing cool. So just trying to give everyone just kind of a second to join us. Tired as hell? I understand. I totally understand, Ray. Like literally, what was it, Friday? I got lucky. So I'm not going to stay on too long because I got to go pick up my son from my ex-husband's. Oh, good. I am doing well. Thank you. There she is. There's Fedora CK. She's going to be my mod today. Hopefully yours set up right. Let me see. And if I'll add more people if needed, just depending on who shows up. There she is. She shows up as a mod. Okay. Just depending. Oh, you didn't get a notification? Damn, I had to sit there and I set it out on Twitter. I did share it on Twitter. Oh, that sucks. I was trying to use that OBS, like whatever, because I know some people are having issues with StreamYard, and I was like, let me see if I can get a little bit technical, and that didn't work. Every time I was trying to start it, it's just like, nope, resolution's wrong. I was like, okay, screw you, YouTube. I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, I was saying, Rafe, I was tired. I think Friday. So I'm not going to be on here too long. I got to go pick up my son from my ex-husband. It's a little bit of a drive. He already like FaceTimed me. Hey, JL. I know you as Mad Hatter. Nice to meet you. Okay, let me do that. I'll add you. Hold on. I'm going to add you, Rafe. Hold on. Add. Boom. There you go. You guys can be my moderators. Yeah, I can't figure it out either, CK. I really can't. Like, I was sitting there trying, and it's like I've had it download, but how are you doing, JL? I hope I'm saying your name correctly too. I had to just get someone else's Saya. I had to get her name right. I was like, I am not going to do that. So, okay, we got you. Just give it a second because I know a lot of people haven't been able to, especially because that link didn't work. Hopefully it went out on Twitter. Yeah, Rafe be on it. I be seeing her. Okay. So it's been a minute, you guys. It's been live. Like I was going to do it at the end of December, but then everybody else was doing lives and I just didn't feel like trying to figure out a time. It's hard because I'm in Arizona, so our time doesn't change during like daylight savings. So I'm sitting here like trying to calculate and figure out when is everybody going to kind of be online because I know everybody is everywhere. More like Jael, like that. I am doing good. I am. Let me know if Jael is right. Or is it JL or Jael? Because I had a homegirl, her name was Jai as a nickname, and she kind of spelt it like that. But I don't like messing up people's names. That drives me nuts. So that's why I just go by K. Literally just go by K. So you guys, don't forget, if you enjoy this stream, don't forget to hit that smash that like button. I also am going to be uploading some videos this week. I've already had them planned out, so definitely check out for that. I have a Patreon. If you guys want to check out my Patreon, I have an exclusive that is going to be going up on Tuesday just for my patrons. You guys can check that out. I am starting a new series over there talking about what I hate now that I work in mental health. And shout out to Stefania, shout out to Brandy. They are my newly signed up patrons. I appreciate you guys. I have a special going on until the 14th where you guys will get a personalized shout out in my next video. That's going to start like the first videos of February and then going on and then keep going just whenever people sign up. So I just wanted to make sure, don't expect them just this week because I recorded all of them and I totally forgot, not going to lie. I totally forgot that I was supposed to do that. So I wanted to make sure you guys know it'll be starting the first full week of February. Hey, Ola Banana, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you for joining my live. And then I also, down in the description, that is right, Stefania, love listening to you take out the trash. Yes, and that is the name of my tiers. I started off just as like a support tier, but then my 2 tiers that you guys like will be official patrons is trash and so trash. Like, because you guys know I like calling people trash. And it's funny because I get so many people who comment and they're like, I've never heard a mental professional say trash. Like, why are you calling people trash? And I'm like, because they're trash behavior. They're having some trash behavior, so I'm going to call it out. Hey, Casey. Yes. Yes. I'm going to call you Mad Hatter because I don't want to keep messing up your dang on name. Jael, but I'll call you Jael too. LOL trash. It's true though. Thank you. It is. Hey, Alex. Nice to meet, or not to meet you. I know you. Welcome. I don't know if Casey heard me, but welcome, Casey. Everybody's coming up in here. Thank you. Which is why you're a gem. Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely do. Like, just hearing you guys give me such positive feedback, it helps. Like, my social anxiety, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. And just being able to talk to y'all and see you guys, you know, be so supportive and just honest and sharing your guys' thoughts and commenting and sharing your experience. That is why I do it. Just because I see it so much every day, and a lot of these people don't really have a voice, or they just don't get onto like YouTube because they're low income. They might not have internet, and I just want to offer to anybody out there who can see me, all of that. I love the trash editors. Oh, thank you, Alex. See, and that's what's funny is like my partner, sorry if you guys hear my cats. They're like literally just having a moment, and my washer and dryer is going off. But my partner is always weak because I'll just sit there and just bust up about like the randomest things. My biggest thing is if you say something monotone, I'm dead. Like if you're just like, yeah, I'm done. I start laughing like crazy. I really do. He's like, it's so catchy. I'm like, I'm just laughing because I used to sit there and be so self-conscious about it. Not anymore. Don't care. Don't care. And yeah, I was trying to figure out what to name like my little core group with you guys. So I figured trash is perfect because we take the trash out. We have those conversations about it, you know. So let's get into the meat and potatoes and then we'll just hang out. I wanted to talk about critical thinking because I've kind of just being on YouTube and actually paying attention to a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, I feel like we're lacking a lot of it online. I feel like as soon as we hop online, we just feel like we don't need to sit down and really just think. It's just like, and I get it, it's like an escape for people, but we sit here and so many times I'm just watching people jump on a bandwagon. And then when you jump on that bandwagon, next thing you know, you're throwing out names, you're calling people certain things. And it's like, how do you know? Like, how do you know that's that person? How do you know that's really what's going on with them? And it drives me nuts. It literally drives me nuts because my biggest thing is I want to break stigma. I want to stop judgment. I want us to feel comfortable in our skin, do what we need to do. Of course, in normal parameters, let's not be assholes or whatever. Because if you're an asshole, then you're an asshole. And I'm sorry, I'm going to curse. But you're an asshole. And I think people's behaviors kind of, you know, show who they are. But just because you see a little glimpse of something online, just because you see something that might not agree with you, jumping on a bandwagon and just being like, oh, that person's trash, like, oh, we gotta get rid of them, we're canceled, without sitting down and actually looking at the whole situation, like that pisses me off. Let me see. So, hey, low income people can go. Oh, thank you, CK, Fedora Chick. If you guys don't know, that's her name. Thank you for putting up my PayPal. I do have a PayPal. If you want to do just a one-time donation, totally up to you guys. Like I always say, and I'm going to keep saying, there's no pressure. You guys watching my videos, liking, commenting, sharing them, that is always appreciated. That support as well. But if you just want to go the extra mile, those are options for you guys too. Ola Banana shared, hey, low-income people can possibly go to AT&T for internet. You can show your EBT or Medicaid, Medicare card depending on your state. That is true. A lot of our internet people out here, and I try to tell my clients, but even the rate that they give them sometimes is just a little too much for their budget because a lot of them might be on Social Security. A lot of them might just get child support or be on Section 8, you know. But I tell them that they can go to do that Out here, we only have two options for internet, and it's Cox and CenturyLink. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of that in your area, but we have literally like kind of like a monopoly. If you don't live in one area, usually you can't get one of them, so you're stuck with one of them. It's just a mess. But that is an option for everybody. Wow, YouTube, welcome. I'm glad you guys understand my thoughts. People should not jump to conclusions. My biggest thing was like when the whole thing with Nikocado Avocado and Stephanie Sue happened, I sat there, I waited, right? I did my first video on him. I waited not really waited. I said, I believe him or I believe Stephanie because I've seen a pattern of behavior. I stuck by it because I've seen this pattern of behavior, right? So then when I made the second video after he did his whole receipts, you guys remember the receipts, all of that, people like really hated on me. It was like, how are you working in mental health if you can't see this is going on? She's playing. Now, do I feel like some of it might have gotten like hyped up for AdSense and all of that? Yes. But I also legitimately believe that Nikocado can be trashing, like he's literally trashing in real life, just from what you put out on the internet, people judge you off of that. Now, should we take all of it too seriously? No. But looking at how he showed the receipts, they weren't really anything. He stalled. He sat there and clickbaited. He had like multiple videos. The people who are standing him, and that's just stands, period. Where is the critical thinking? Where are we sitting down and being able to look at that person critically and offer real criticism instead of just jumping behind saying, oh, I believe you, everything you say. Like I still sit there and go in his comments every once in a while and they're just like, yeah, go ahead. And it's like, okay, did we not see what he's doing? Like he's still dragging the whole thing out. Let me look. We have a monopoly too in small town Iowa. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. I've been personally I personally have been totally guilty of jumping on the bandwagon, but more and more I'm trying to make my own research to make my own opinion. Yes, Jael. Yes, more often or not, somebody goes half-cocked and then starts a domino effect. Exactly. And there was another situation that went on. And I'm just going to share it because I've been talking to people and, just paying attention to everything behind the scenes in the mental health community. And there was another thing going on to where somebody sat out here. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to sit here and say anyone's really names. I'm not doing that. Hey, Joe, welcome. Hi. I'm not going to do that, but they sat there and they accused somebody of one thing, had different clips saying this stuff without actually getting the research, without going behind the scenes, having conversations with people that they know they could have these conversations with. And then I'm sitting here seeing response videos. I'm seeing people like, this is why I won't support this person. This is why I won't support this person. And I've had private conversations with people where, like, I'm not going to say who I'm talking to because that is our own private conversation, but I'm sitting here where they're talking to someone behind the scenes and they're like, no, that's not even the whole situation. This is what's really going on. But people didn't do that. They didn't do the research. They didn't wait for that person's other side. They didn't try to give them an explanation. It was just, oh, yeah. And I don't fault anyone for choosing certain sides or whatever. I get if you've noticed a pattern of behavior, I can understand. But when it's a big accusation, like calling someone a narcissist or someone maybe a pedophile or a predator, I know that's allegedly, I know that's some stuff that YouTube don't like. Oh, well, don't care. But just when it comes to those type of titles or tags, that shit pisses me off because that is something that can ruin your whole career. That is something that can sit here and mess up your personal life if it gets out. People who know you watch you. I know a lot of us get support maybe from people in our personal life, and sitting here watching someone go around and say, oh, this person's this person's that can affect you. The biggest thing, hi, Rox, welcome. One of my biggest things that always piss me off is like one of the big examples we can think of is I watch the beauty community. You guys know that. I'm a fan of the drama channels as well. And back in the day, Petty Page sat here and got accused by Jackie Aina talking about, and this is why I don't support Jackie Aina. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, I know some of you will. Hey, secret squirrel, I can't talk today. I know some of you will, but they sat there and called her a hacker. They sat there and stated she tried to steal money from this person, and people jumped on that and didn't look into past behaviors, didn't look into paying attention to what's going on. And to this day, people sit there and attack her and say, you're a hacker. Why are you on here? You treated Jackie like trash. And it's like, you didn't look at anything further than what that one person said. And let's not even get into people who have bigger followings. Let's not even get into if it's attacked towards a smaller YouTuber. Next thing you know, you are like just inundated or just sat there and thrown around these negative things. And now that can mess with your mental health. You sit there and question yourself. Like, I just don't like it. Oh, yeah. So you guys do know. Nice, Saya and Alex. Yes, so back in the day, Jackie Aina, which is a makeup YouTuber, and I supported her because she is a Black female makeup YouTuber, and she has like one of the biggest followings. And I like, of course, I'm going to follow people at my skin tone, make sure I get the right makeup. And back when Petty Page sat there and was doing videos on her, she turned around, didn't like the fact that she was making videos, and called her a hacker. Said that she tried to take 3,000, or what was it, Joe? I know you're friends with Petty. She sat there and tried to say that she like jacked $1,500 or $300, $3,000. I don't remember. But she called her a hacker and turned around and had her big ass platform. And at that time, Petty Page wasn't that big. Like right now she has 100,000 subscribers. But back then I think she only maybe had like 20. I don't know. Correct me, Joe. I don't remember because I've been with her since when she had 1,000 subs. Like I've seen her intros change, all of that. So it kind of blurs together. But yeah, they sat there and called 1,500. Thank you, Saya. She sat there and freaking blamed her for hacking and messing up her email and trying to take her money. And with her having such a big following, her friends or her followers went in. To this day, they still don't like her. They still call her a hacker. Isn't she the one that hacked Jackie? Yeah, 1,500 times 2. That's right, Joe. Let me see. 1,500. Yep. She blocked me for saying I'm not going to support someone. Thank you. And that's what that makes me so mad. Jackie never gave Petty Page a direct. She never did. She never did. She sat there and said maybe a sentence or something in like a email or whatever, but to her that was enough. And that's trash. I can't stand that type of thing. And people are still blindly following her because, and that's where I sat here. And when she released her palette, I tweeted out, just because you are Black, just because you're someone who says you're representing the community, your behavior is trash. It's toxic, like you said, Saya, and I'm not going to support you. Like, I cannot sit here and support you. But then when you share your beliefs because you've sat down, you've thought about it, you paid attention, people are like, oh, you're a hater, you're a trash, what are you doing? I can't. Yes, thank you, Joe. Thank you. Oh, bye, Stefania. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you later. Enjoy your family. Yeah, and it's just annoying. And it's just, we've seen so many situations where it's been happening like that. Like drama community having drama. I've seen freaking people going after people, talking crap without any type of proof, trying to say, oh, you had this. Like, hope you don't mind me mentioning it, Saya, but I've sat here and watched people trying to target you, saying, oh, you're doing this, so you must have this in your background. You doing this, and they're sitting there, don't have any type of proof, just sitting here trying to get you upset, so then they can turn around and push that angry stereotype, push it as, oh, she's upset, that's why you can't talk to her. Like, get the hell out of my face. I can't. It is hilarious. It's like, come on now. And then when it comes to mental health, and in the mental health community, we are supposed to be cognizant and understand that we're sitting here sharing our stories. We're trying to break stigma. We're trying to have people understand a little bit, quit judgment. But when you turn around and do the exact same shit, when you're turning around and you're actually just like, oh, this person, pitchfork, and run after them because this came out, so that must be true. I don't like it. Yes, I saw that too, Casey. Now Deity is racist because Vince sent her, like, what? I can't. I literally can't. I watched that go down and I'm like, What are we doing? Like, really, he's racist because Vincent made a racist, like, come on now, to Chris Hansen. And then because he was on there associating with him, now he's guilty. I hate that whole mindset. I really do. Guilty by association. I grew up on that, and that I just, no, I can't. Same type of crap. It is. Even if Jacqueline or Jackie Aina did apologize, it's up to PP to accept that or not. And I hope she wouldn't. I'm not going to lie. It's been too long. It's been what, a year, 2 years since this all happened? What, 2 years? It's been like 2 years since this happened. Like, and you still have people who really believe this lie. You still have people running around calling people these things, and it's not okay. Where is the process of sitting down, paying attention? Alex, it might have been before you. I don't know how long you've been on YouTube, but it might have been before you. Yeah, to this spring. Deity, I need the tea. Oh, yeah, go ahead, guys. Filler and Deity was accused of being racist because of Vincent, I'm not saying his last name. His tweets, yes. And I was watching some of his lives yesterday because I was like lost. Because if once I like stepped away to record, I had like so many videos to record. I come back on, it's like, oh, I missed this, I missed that. And then so I jumped into his live, and he said people are seriously calling him racist because he sat there and was friends with Vincent, who sent racist tweet or racist messages to Chris. I guess, was it about Westmost? I watched his video where he contacted him. Look at that. We got a troll. But I think I watched his video, Westmost's video, where he was talking about what did he say? He tried to call him because he doxed him, and freaking Vince hung up on him, and then turning around, you're texting someone talking about, oh, and we're this, like, but how does that make, let me fix the angle a little bit, but how does that make Deity literally a racist? I don't understand. I don't. And they brought up a good point in his live yesterday where they were saying just a lot of people assume that he might be racist because of his accent. I've never heard that before. What? Don't you play? What? Wait, don't you play with me? Don't you play with me, Rocks? Don't you play with me? Don't you play with me? Kobe Bryant, don't you play with me? Like, don't you play with me? Don't you play with me? No, I think it's fake. Okay, I think it's fake. Wait, he's a basketball player out here in the United States. He used to be a big basketball player with the LA Lakers. Helicopter crash? What? Why am I not finding it? Let me look. Sorry, guys. I was a huge LA Lakers fan. I'm originally born in Cali, in the LA area. I loved him. Let me look. Let me look. Yes, because so you already know, Jael, you already know it's going to be a moment. 13 minutes ago? Oh, no. Oh, my God. He really did. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Like, you guys are going to, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh my gosh. Like, sorry, guys. I'm tripping. That was, yes, favorite player. He died in a private helicopter crash. Oh my goodness. I can't. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm yelling at my partner. Let me FaceTime him real quick. I'm not trying to get up because he's playing the video game, and I don't want to do that. Like, he might be in it. Watch it. I hope my sister didn't tell me. Kobe Bryant died. I know, My sister just sent me a voicemail. I can't. Right, Jael? I can't. Like, oh my God. Let me send a voicemail. I see, sister. I'm literally in a live right now, and I found out in my live. Like, I'm trying to hold myself together and not cry. Like, you guys are saving me. Like, literally. Oh my God. I can't. I don't think my partner knows. I'll tell him later. Like, I'm not kidding. In a private jet or private helicopter. Wow. Hubby is looking for confirmation from ESPN. Oh my goodness. Woo. I'll wait. But yeah, it is literally, that's how you know. For my sister to send me a voice note, she's from LA too. She's not really my sister. She's my best friend. And we met when we were in a homeless shelter together. Look at how we make lifelong friends. And yes, I was homeless prior, and I went, I'm so shook, she said. And we met and we just became best friends. And she's from LA too. And she knows I was a huge LA Lakers fan. Number 24, right? I can't. Oh my goodness. So that happened. Oh, thank you guys. Like it took me a second. I'm okay. I'm not going to cry on live. That is crazy. But you know what? That is something that just kind of, I'm going to smoke a cigarette, guys. My kids aren't here, so I'm just going to smoke a cigarette real quick. I'm sorry. Bet you didn't know I smoke. I'm addicted. I always think of Fedora when she's like, oh, like I didn't smoke enough or some shit when she sits there coughs. I think of it all the time too. Wow, shook over here. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. I'm giving you guys love too, because I know so many people are like fans of him. It's definitely sending you guys love. Like, wow. I cried when Juice WRLD, the rapper, passed away because I loved his music. There are now, but ESPN is not. So if there's 3 media outlets, yeah. You're smoking right now too, Casey? Okay. Like, bruh, I don't know. I can't. I can't handle it. It's true. I don't smoke enough. Oh my goodness. If I'm seeing it on like Fox from Cali, TMZ, Pop Culture, The Guardian, too many people are I can't. Confirming helicopter crash. Oh my gosh. Now I'm hoping his family wasn't in it. I'm really hoping. Does smoking mean you have BPD? Alex, yes, sig break. Yes, you live in Cali, Brandy. Like, I'm originally from Cali, so they're gonna mourn. They're going to mourn like crazy. I will not be surprised if people act a fool, because that is their Michael Jordan. Like, that was my Michael Jordan. He's from Philly. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. He came from Philly. Like, I watched him grow up. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It is so crazy. It's so funny, Alex. Like, trying to distract you. I appreciate it. I so appreciate it. The shade. The shade of it all. And honestly, when I worked in treatment, we would never allow clients to we wouldn't try to push clients to not quit smoking, because we understand, like, if you have mental health, a lot more people, or mental illness, a lot more people are going to smoke because it's a way to help cope. And I realized that's me too. And I don't want to quit just yet, but I'll eventually quit. It's my little vice. Oh, but it doesn't mean I have BPD. And I thought I had it for a second. I did like he did. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I tried to sit there and self-diagnose myself because I didn't understand what was going on. I acted a hot mess, and then come to find out, no, that's why you don't self-diagnose. That's why you don't go to therapist friends to try to give you some type of diagnosis. Like, no, that's why you don't do this. This will be a new inside joke. Smoking causes BPD. Yes. You were born in LA. Yep. Used to yell out number 8 at 2 years old. I hope everyone's okay. They say it was a helicopter malfunction. Definitely sending you love and positive vibes, Jael. I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Definitely sending you love. Sending love and positive vibes to everybody. Damn, must mean I have BPD, right? Get yourself to off to Chris Boutte for therapy. You guys, I just did a reaction. It'll be up on Monday to his most recent video. There was another video he put up about like a book. I didn't care because I'm not going to sit there and read it. Wikipedia already updated TV station Arizona more converting. I need a sick. Yes. See, we could sit over here. Thank God you guys understand the need for nicotine during this time. But yeah, I have a reaction coming up tomorrow. It'll be up. I got to finish editing tonight, but it was about safe injection sites, and you guys will see my opinion. I'll be honest, it wasn't too bad. I have to keep what city I do have right. When I learned about psychopathology, I self-diagnosed with everything. Insomnia, BT. Like literally once you start working and you start understanding diagnosis more and you're in school and things like that, literally I self-diagnosed myself so bad. And then I'm turning to my friends and they're like knowing like my personal life and they're sitting there like, well, I would say borderline. And then they're like, but you could be bipolar. And I'm like, oh, so when I heard borderline, I ran right through it, thought that was it. And then even to this day, I went to one of my friends' house. I haven't worked with her in a second. She's now a program director over at another treatment center. And I told her, I was like, yes, I'm taking care of like my mental health because I've been trying to get her to kind of take care of it. Because another issue we run into, Fox and US News confirmed. Oh my goodness. Bye, Saya. Yes, it'll be up. I'm going to keep it up. I hope you're okay. I hope you're feeling okay too. I'll see you later, most likely on Twitter. Have a good day. Fox and US News just confirmed. They confirmed. So yeah. Wow. My partner doesn't know. I'll tell him later. He's going to trip too because he was huge into basketball. Tall. The second you're tall, you automatically think you're supposed to go into basketball. He wasn't a Lakers fan, but he'll understand like the whole everything. I was analyzing everything, Joe. Yes. But what I was saying is I went and you guys can tell I'm done with my whole rant about critical thinking. You guys understood. Y'all get it. This was shocking. But when I went to my friend's house and I told her, because I'm like, you need to go ahead and try to take care of your mental health too. And the issue she ran into is because she is a therapist. She's like, oh no, I'm okay. I know what's going on. And it's like, you can't self-diagnose. You can't self-therapy yourself. I think you should go see it. And when she sat there and I told her what my diagnosis was, because I have bipolar 1 disorder, generalized anxiety, because I didn't get panic attacks enough for it to be a panic attack disorder, and ADHD. So, attention's like a squirrel. She was just like, you really think it's bipolar? Are you sure? Do you really, do you really sit here and believe that? And I was like, yeah, because I saw a psychiatrist. Like I went to, I go to therapy. Yes, definitely. Beverly, definitely. Like I went to therapy. I'm talking to somebody. I think I trust my psychiatrist. He's continued to keep me as bipolar and all of that. So thank you, CK, for like she says, if you want to support, I do have a Patreon. I have a special going on until February, or one time with a PayPal. It's definitely up to you. No pressure. All support. You guys being in this live, you guys talking to me, it's appreciated. I self-diagnosed myself with bipolar. I was suggested when I was 16. Last year I was right, but I was just lucky. My friend thought I had BPD, but it was PTSD. See, sometimes we do get lucky. That was something, and honestly, I'll be real. I had an inkling that I would have something because my mom, she actually, his wife wasn't in it. Oh, thank goodness. I need to find out who else was with him. No, but thank goodness. I know she is tripping. I know Vanessa's tripping. They just had a baby not too long ago. Oh my goodness. I'm glad she's okay though. Definitely send all the love, positivity. But I did, I figured out, I thought that I was going to have some type of, you guys see, hold on. I knew and I thought that I was going to have some type of symptoms, because my mom suffers with multiple personalities, or what they call dissociative identity disorder. She has those. And that was like my first, interaction with mental health. And So I kind of figured, I might have a genetic part. I believe my dad had some issues. I think he, of course, outside of, addiction being in my family, like we know addiction a lot of times is self-medicating for stuff. So I know my dad had some issues. Well, I at least believe he had some issues. I don't know. I'm not him. And then I always figured I would probably have some issues as well. And then when I first got with my oldest son's dad, he was like the first time I was like really immersed into it, because he was bipolar, but he's bipolar too, because he would get auditory and visual hallucinations, which ended up not helping our relationship and becoming kind of abusive. And during that time, not kind of abusive, it was abusive. But during that time, I had different things that I would do. And now looking back, hindsight's always 2020. I'm like, oh, I was undiagnosed during that time. Like when I was manic, I couldn't sleep. I always thought it was just insomnia. In all actuality, I just was manic at the time. I'd go to bed, stay up until like 8 a.m., go to bed for like 2 hours and get back up during the day. Like it was crazy. So I definitely understand self-diagnosing, but kind of getting it right, because it fit. It really did. Preach. I always say, if you claim a label, you got to follow through. If there's a diagnosis, work on it. Alex said, or else it's just a slap in the face to everyone working to get better. That is it. That is true. I definitely believe it. If you have questions, if you think I'm one of those two, I like tell everybody, get therapy, go out and seek services. If you're able to, find different resources, because that is just going to help you have a better quality of life. I know, and I'm starting to get better to where I can kind of predict my manic stages or my depressive stages. Like it helps get that insight. It just definitely helps. I don't know if you see my most recent video. Oh, I need to go check it out. I wanted to see that. But I've just been diagnosed with autistic, right? Is that what ASD is? Sorry, I'm not really good. Excuse me. I'm not really good with abbreviations. No psych appointment over the years ever brought up that. And I was just always diagnosed with GAD. Never brought that up. And that's a hard thing, because that's one thing we do at my clinic. If our provider thinks there might be some type of cognitive concern, especially with the children, he has me or my coworker contact like their primary care to set a referral for a neuropsych evaluation, just to make sure you're not on a diagnosis, you're not on the spectrum. And that is something I want to do for my both of my boys, because my oldest son, he is on the spectrum and he has mild intellectual disability. And I want to get just like a fuller like diagnosis for him, so I can really understand how to help him. But out here, the waiting list, we only had 2 people or 2 companies or people that would do the neuropsychs. And one of them actually went and retired. Or actually, from what I hear, the T is he had some complaints with the medical board. So he had to close down or retire. And so now we only have what's called Phoenix Children's, which is like our biggest like provider for kids, and they're the only ones that'll do it for kids. And then most of the adults, it's hard to even get that. We have to fight with their insurance. Like I've contacted some of my clients' insurances and their fiduciaries, because some of my clients have people who take care of their funds and who take care of everything. They're technically like their legal guardian. It's like an actual state agency that does it. And I've had to contact them and say, hey, you need to hurry up and get this done. We need to understand like what's going on. So that way, if they do have this disability, which I hate calling it that, but if they do have this disability, then we can get them on other services like voc rehab or developmental disability department to get them some type of help. Okay, I thought so. It was autism. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I had something too, because I always say I'm a little special. I know, don't judge me, but I do have my moments where my partner looks at me and he's kind of like, what's going on? And it's just be random, because it's random. And then of course, if my children are having some concerns with that, I know it's not just my ex-husband, who I know he's admitted to it. He's at IEPs and stuff like that. It's not just him. I think it's me as well, So that is something I want to look into. Brandy shared, my ex had some issues. This is why he became an alcoholic, but wasn't willing to seek help. That was my oldest son's dad. He had issues. And then what's crazy, he would get in trouble because he would self-medicate with alcohol. He self-medicated and he was one of the reasons why I had a cocaine addiction back in the day, because he would medicate with that, or he would deal. And then marijuana. And again, I'm all about medical marijuana. I have no issue with that, but it wasn't helping him. It kind of exaggerated his hallucinations, things like that. And then he would go, and this is where I knew I wasn't like educated back then. He would go get help and they would give him Depakote. And he would always complain about how it would make him tired. He didn't like it. And here my ass is going, well, then don't take it. You don't need to take it. And now I'm like, I should have told, what was I doing? Why did I, because that could have probably prevented some of the, little moments we had between each other. And he's not part of my oldest son's life. So I'm lucky that my ex-husband, he kind of steps up and does that for him. And I saw him one time and I told him, like, you are diagnosed bipolar. You have bipolar disorder. I was there with you when this was diagnosed, because he's in that phase of, I don't need it. I don't know what they're talking about. It was just the drugs. And I'm like, you were diagnosed even when you weren't on the drugs. So how about you go get checked out? He literally lives down the street from a clinic. Like, get that done. I always found that girls and women are underdiagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Like, professionals are afraid to give that diagnosis to women and girls. Yeah, old school thinking was it's a boy's issue. And it's hard because, like, honestly, I learned that with us having bipolar and things like that, that our memory isn't that good. And I really don't remember my childhood that well. Like, I really don't. It's hard. I think the first memories I really have is like kindergarten, maybe, but I was going to see like a psychologist in school. I will never forget. His name was Mr. Moon, and he was bald headed, and he reminded me of a moon. So that's how I can remember his name. He had like the, the sunspots and stuff. And I was like, I'll never forget. I was a little kid, and I was like, oh, your head looks like a moon. So that'll make it easier to remember your name. And I don't know why I was seeing him. I just remember he gave me Pringles. Fat kid all day. I was always one of them kids that love food. And he gave me Pringles, and I don't know why I was seeing him. I don't understand. But I think it had something to do with like my learning and things. But I was also, if anything, I feel like it might be leaning towards like the Asperger's symptoms for me personally, just because I was always advanced, but I had other things when it came to like social stuff and things like that. I thought I was bipolar as a teenager. Jael says I was 100% convinced. Turns out my ass has BPD. And when talking to my psychiatrist, I realized I was starting to exhibit signs at 10. See, and that was one thing that made me think of that, because I did have like a huge fear of abandonment. But like all of you guys were saying earlier in the chat, a lot of them do cross over. And that's what kind of messed me up too, because what made it more for me to be bipolar was I had horrible depressive states where it was, trigger warning, where it was like suicidal ideations, like bad. And then I also would look back and remember months where I was just energetic, because there was one year, and this is why I kind of had a little break. It was like 2018, I think. I was working like 3 jobs. I worked my day job as a case manager. Then I was working night job doing like stocking at a local grocery store. And then I was doing like a side gig job, like Uber Eats. Well, I actually do Instacart, where I do deliveries for groceries. And I looked back, I was like, how the hell was I functioning with 3 jobs like that? Like, no wonder I had a moment. No wonder, like, I literally just crashed so hard. Yes, autism in females is harder to diagnose. They usually don't get diagnosed until later on. I'm so proud of you, Joe, for sharing your story. I'm definitely going to go check out that wonderful video. The mental health industry is often sexist. You guys are right. I've sat here and watched clients go in just because they had a moment. She's now angry. She's now this. And then that's another thing I'm sharing in my exclusive Patreon series is what I don't like about mental health. And one of the new video is the judgment. Like, the second someone shares that they drink or they have like, it pissed me off. One of my clients was just like, oh yeah, I have a bottle of wine every once in a while. Alcoholic, you need to go do that. Osmuncher iPod, I know. Thank you for sharing. We just found out right in the middle of our live. Yes, we did. Let me see. Let me go back up. My eldest has autism, but he's low functioning. Oh, Joe. And I know that can be hard. I give you mad props. I know that's your baby. You got this. Hopefully you got him in some services, and don't be afraid to get you some services too. And Casey, you're right. That's what it is. We're hysterical. We're just hysterical women hysterics, all of that. And that was one thing I loved learning about back in the day when I was in school, was the whole thing, how everything like progressed and how they treated women. And then those institutions, like, And then to this day, we still just are looked at as having hysterics. Joe says they put me as high functioning, waiting for the full diagnosis letter, but it's not major. It just puts puzzle together. Yes, that's why I want to get checked out too. It's just such a long wait. I put my son on it. What was it? It was like 2-3 years ago. And they were like, oh, we'll contact you 6 months to a year. Okay. Like, ooh. I got good with masking and mimicking to get by. Yeah. Understandable, Joe. Got to do what we got to do sometimes. We all have issues. Alex said, we all have issues. No shame in seeking help. If my tooth hurts, I'm not ashamed to say, poor me, but go to the dentist. The same with physical, mental health. Facts. Definitely. I was always very strict with what and how Same, Joe. Same. Don't get in my kitchen and try to cook something, because if you cook it wrong, I'm mad. I was always, don't mix my food. Like and there's still moments where I have certain things I do, like don't watch me eat a McDonald's burger. Like I can't eat it as a whole burger. When it comes to burgers, I can't eat it as a whole burger. Like it bothers me if I eat a burger as a whole burger. So I have to take it apart and then eat it a certain way. But then now I don't eat bread. So it's been better that way. School classed me as naughty. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then add in the fact that I had ADHD, bruh. Oh, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm just, hey, friend, what are you doing? Hey, friend. But then I was good in school. Like I could do my homework and get good grades, but certain aspects, my parents didn't know. And I understand now that I'm like the age of my dad, because we're literally 20 years apart. So I just turned 33, he'll be 53. And so when I went to live with him, I know he was young. He was trash too. Like I don't talk to him, just being honest. Trash, abusive, alcoholic, all of that stuff. I can't forgive you for some of the stuff you did to me. But now that I'm able to look back and have some insight, I can kind of understand where he came from, because he was young, he didn't know any better, and he was raised by my grandma, which I was too, and she was very strict and didn't let us do anything, and but still didn't excuse his behavior. He was trash. I don't know what that. Let me see where. Let me go look. I was always strict. CK, I didn't know that, but it makes sense, especially since BPT has a stigma. It definitely does. Let me scroll down. Mike goes to a really good SEN school. What does SEN mean? Is it a special education? Because like my oldest son, he is in a all-inclusive special education class. Because what ended up happening is I understood that there might be some cognitive stuff, because his dad as well, he didn't graduate from school. His dad, I think, dropped out in 9th grade. And I used to watch him, and he would read, and I was looking at him and I would ask him, like, this is probably what's going on, but his parents, old school Hispanic family, they didn't really want to look into it. And so I knew that was and I understood that genetics plays a part. So I used to watch my oldest son. And when we went, and let me tell you guys, this is what pisses me off. And this is why I don't like judgments and stereotypes and all of that, right? So when we put him into 1st grade, he ended up talking, for some reason, he was in like an overflow 1st grade class, because there were so many kids in that class. And when I talked to the teacher, I told her, I said, can you please let me know if you notice anything? I want to get him help. I feel like he's behind. I understand. I think there's some issue. There's something going on, right? Oh, yeah, right? Come to find out, she wasn't paying no attention. She didn't listen. So then I guess he went to see the social worker at school, and he has issues with his bowel movements. He had encopreses, which I come to find out is something that is kind of common in people who have intellectual disabilities or on the spectrum. And he would have issues with that. So he would have accidents every once in a while at school. And he would do, they literally called CPS on me, swearing to goodness it was because I was using drugs. Because at that time I'm not gonna lie, I use medical marijuana, guys. It's legal out here. So at that time, he didn't really understand what it was. And he shared that he had seen my marijuana pipe. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it's nothing. You can call CPS. Like, they came in, there was no issue, but the school kept pressing it. The school kept judging and swearing to goodness I was a drug addict. They kept swearing to goodness my child was not taken care of because he wasn't doing well in school. And I had to essentially threaten the social worker and tell her, I will take your license because you aren't dealing with a regular parent, which pisses me off as well, because you automatically think someone doesn't understand what's going on. So you're sitting here saying these things. You have me jumping through hoops. I literally had to cut one of my locks off so that way they could test it. Didn't have any drugs in my system. Like, they were just like, so the caseworker, I threatened her and I said, you better let her know I will take her license. She had to sit her down and she was like, yo, I've met with her. There's nothing wrong with the home. Literally, there's something cognitive going on with him. You need to evaluate him. And it took them to say that to them for them to even try. And that's one thing that pisses me off out here as well. In certain districts, they won't try to evaluate your kids because it costs money. They don't want to deal with the psychologist. They don't want to deal with oh, thanks, you guys. They don't want to deal with what is going on. Like, they rather wait until the last minute until you are almost in trouble and get him diagnosed. And then they put in his file that he had behavior issues. And my oldest son is like one of the most calm. He isolates himself. He doesn't like interaction. He has some anxiety. But I was like, what are you talking about? And finally, oh, special education needs school. Perfect, Joe. Nice. I like that. And finally, they sat down and was like, oh, no, it's cognitive. It's cognitive. Yeah, we'll evaluate him. Now we'll get these services started. And luckily, I ended up moving and he got another full evaluation in that district. And they looked at him and they read the old IEP and the individual education plan. If you don't know what IEP is out here, they looked at it and they were like, there's no behaviors. I don't understand what they're talking about. They just judged him and they didn't want to get him the help he needed. My youngest is different. He had to repeat kindergarten because of his delays. But they started the services right away. They were like, his district is really good at that. And they were like, nope, we see something going on. Let's have a conversation. We'll do these type of resources real quick. And since he's not immersed like my oldest. So since he's taken out of the class, he's learning a lot better. He's getting better with his speech. He had really bad speech. But that's something that just annoys me because they sit there and they take so long. Oh, thank you, Wild YouTube. I appreciate it. Everyone's going off about the hysteria. Yeah. Oh, Taisha, Twitter's going off. That's why I might not get on Twitter today. I might not at all. It's her damn ovaries. Brandy said, I used to not eat in school because I didn't want others to watch me eat, but I've gotten over it. I don't care anymore. That was a big thing too. Yep. I don't like it. And that's something with my partner. Like, he will not, it gets annoying after a while. It does. He won't go out to eat because he doesn't want people watching him. And he's always like, it's not comfortable. I just want to be able to, and not have people look at me. So I definitely understand. I get anxiety when I watch people put food on my plate. Oh, you were low-key anorexic, Jael? Dang. Hopefully you're doing okay. But yeah, watching people put plate on my food, I just get anxiety for people cooking. Like, there's something about it. It just bothers me. For all the diagnoses my eldest has, he has photographic memory, which really catches me off guard. And then with my ex-husband's nephew, he has Asperger's and he's the same, very intelligent. And what makes me mad is his mom doesn't sit here and try to get him services to help him. So just recently he went into school and had an outbreak because I don't know if you guys know, like, with a lot of people with Asperger's, they have issues with social interactions. They're not really good sometimes with boundaries, or they just don't want you to be in their space. They don't like you, like that kind of thing. And if you know a little bit better, you guys can definitely tell me. But he had an outbreak in school. He's in middle school and outburst, and he didn't like something that happened, and he threw a chair and said that he was going to shoot up the school. You guys already know what's going on in the United States, how we have this huge gun issue and so many school shootings. They did not play with that. He got lucky. He only got suspended from school for a week because they understood his diagnosis and that was a trigger, or whatever happened to set him off happened. But his mom doesn't do anything to get him services. He's not in therapy. And I always tell my ex-husband, like, you need to get him some help because he cannot run around in life getting mad at people, throwing chairs and threatening to shoot them, because next thing you know, you're in jail. Yeah, same here. CK said, same here for a long time. I never ate in public or in front of others, especially not in front of men. Yeah, that's a big thing they used to push on us. Don't eat in front of men. They'll judge you. Get the heck out of my face. Like, I don't care. Let me see. Joe says, my eldest had to have potty in his room until a year ago. He would not make it to the toilet at night. Yes, and it's still a struggle because with his encopresis, like CK said she's worked with at her previous work. We've had clients with I can't say it, in encopresis. Yes, and it's hard because he'll hold it. So then when he finally goes, it's like humongous, TMI, guys. But then afterwards, he has to deal with the effects, and that's what he was having issues with. And now it's a lot better. He's understanding that he needs to go whenever he needs to. My youngest refused, Brandy shared, my youngest refused to use the toilet. She will be fine in school, then come home and wants to pull up to pee. He wants to pull up to pee. Sometimes that happens. My youngest, he's been doing good. He's just been having a few accidents in bed, but I know it's a lot of it because he just downs water before he goes to sleep. But I pay attention to it because my oldest had issues. See, I got lucky in the UK. He was diagnosed before he was 2. See, that's awesome, Joe. That is awesome. My youngest got diagnosed at 2. That's awesome. Metamorphosis rocks. ABC and ESPN just confirmed it. Damn. He was 41, and the only thing I'm hoping is that all 5 died and did. Yes, rocks. Right. That is my thing. I just want to go quick. Just want to go quick. Like, I don't want to suffer. I've already let it known to people in my life. I have a DNR. Do not resuscitate. If it's my time, it's my time. I had my time on this planet, and I'm ready for my next whatever is after this place. So I don't care. Like, I hope so too, rocks. Wow to YouTube. Me too, Brandy. My fiance helps me get better with my ED. We eat together every night. That's awesome. My cousin has Asperger's, so you definitely understand. He had it down. Yep. That's what it was. He did. I work with autism plus Asperger's. Some will say that they can't stand next to people because it physically hurts them, as in their aura space. Yes, I knew. And I had like coworkers and stuff who their daughter, like one of them, her daughter had Asperger's, and she was a sweetheart, but she was one of them like, don't get close to me. Don't look me in my eye. I don't really want to talk. Like until she kind of got to know you, and then she went and she would talk to you and stuff like that. But yes. And that's something like I tell my ex-husband to tell his sister, get that thing handled. She needs to, not thing. Sorry. She needs to make sure that she gets this done. Like, I can't have him. What they believe don't you play with me. Don't play with me, Jael. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me look. BuzzFeed's finally saying it. BuzzFeed has this moment. It just happened this morning. Wow. I hope it's not his children's. I hope. Whew, thank you for the update, though. See, like that's probably what's going to end up happening to me after I get off of here. But yes, let's change the subject. Yep, I hope not. I didn't know I click on it and put you on the screen. How cool. There we go. That's so cool. Sorry, I'm learning stuff new. They need to have their own personal space. Yes, exactly. And I personally need my own personal space. Like, we were just at the grocery store last night, and this person was like right behind me. It's like, why are you here? Like, why are you so close? Get off of me. And then I'm one of them to where don't touch me. Like, you know how some people have like those things where they have to touch you and touch you and touch you and touch you to make a point. My ex-husband, he does that all the time, and it drives me nuts because it's like, don't touch me. I'm okay. Like, you could just share your story. You don't have to all the time. Physical. Let me share that. Joe says, even touch to someone with autism plus more. So Asperger's physical plus more. So Asperger's physical touch causes them pain. See? I agree. I really don't hope his kiddos were with him. That is so sad. So sad. Oh. I do hope while YouTube that it helps you and it makes you feel better that your partner is helping you. There's times, like, honestly, where my partner, he kind of keeps me on the up and up when it comes to like my mental health. Sorry, hold on. Is this the wrong one? Where's my lighter? Oh, yeah, there it is. He'll help me if he notices like my mental health's having a moment. He'll ask me like, are you okay mentally? Like, are you okay? And then I'll tell them honestly, like, no, I'm not okay. Same, Casey. Oh my goodness. Let me share that. Yep, touching me literally sends shivers through me. I don't like it. Casey said, my nephew has high function autism. He can't stand the feeling of certain fabrics. Same. And if I like my hands, oh my goodness. See, you guys have me feeling, I feel same. The same. Cause with my hands, like if my hands feel a certain type of way, if they're like smooth to the, I don't like it. Like, my partner will be laugh at me because I'll like it's so nasty, but I'll be like, I can't, and then I have to like keep lotion with me all the time because if my hands feel a certain type of way, if fabric feels a certain type of way, if I see a pattern of black and white that looks weird to me, like certain times cigarette ash makes me want to throw up because if I look at it, it's like the way it. I can't do it, you guys. I can't do it. Oh, CK says, oh God, I remember I was at a movie with a friend. We ran into somebody she was trying to avoid. I ended up sitting between the two. And when he would address her, oh, I hate that. It's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Personal space. I watch this show, Rick and Morty, and I say it all the time. Don't know if you guys watch it. I love it because he's scientific and he's just an ass, and he calls out a whole bunch of stuff in society. And one of the people who were like, one of the episodes, he's like, personal space. I like my personal space. Get out of my personal space. That is exactly how I feel. Joe said, I work with a lot of autistics who can't wear long sleeves, trousers, or labels. They literally Incredible Hulk the clothes they are wearing. Yes, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Velvet fabric feels awful. I used to love velvet when I was little. That's one I can do. I can do velvet. But if something's too silky, if something's too smooth, I can't do it. Jael says, and that's what we get when we release the stigma of mental illness. We feel less alone and understand themselves better. Exactly. Because there's sometimes, like, I know a lot of people get tired of me because I'm one of them, like, therapy, and they don't want to hear about it. Or just also, like, it's kind of, you love Rick and Morty, CK? Pickle Rick, that is right. Yes, I knew I love y'all. But that is one thing where I also kind of my social anxiety would stop me talking about certain things with certain people. So it's a lot easier when for some reason, it's just awesome, like talking to you guys. I feel so comfortable, but sharing those things, and it's like, you don't want to get judged. It's like, even at work, I don't share too much. I talk to like my coworker or maybe my supervisor. He's really good because he understands like when it comes to the kids part, because he has a son that was who's delayed as well. So it's like, it does help us to make us feel better. I love that y'all love Rick and Morty. Yes, he hates tags the most. That bothers me too. Your nephew hates tags. My eldest shouts bubble space if he feels people are too close to him. It can get gritty when we're in public. I don't care. You know what? In public, go ahead, because people be in my cigarette just keeps going out. People be in our space. Like, I can't stand that. It's like, hello, bye, bubble, get away from me. And my youngest, both of my kids are like that. If someone comes up to them in public, they're just kind of like, and you know how you get like the older people who are like, oh, your kids are so cute, and try to talk to, what's your name? And they'll just be like, and a lot of times I'll just say, oh, it's stranger danger, but they just don't like people around them like that. You don't know you, handle that, get away from me. Well, I think I found my new safe space. Thanks, Wow YouTube. That's my goal. That is my goal, for us to just talk about things and no judgment, like no judgment at all. Because we get judged enough in society. I see it too much with clients. I can't do it. So I'm not going to sit here and continue that. I'm not. My kids and I went to Vegas. Oh, I don't blame you. Oh, Vegas is a mess. I even have issues with that. Vegas was a mess. I went one time when I got married. Yes, I did the whole elope to Vegas and now we're divorced. Look at that. Don't do that, people. I'm just kidding. You can do it if you want to, but oh, that was not the thing. But those people, the lines, the people, the sidewalk, and I'm already paranoid. I'm somebody who's always like looking around, anxious, thinking someone's going to hurt somebody or hurt me or come after me or whatever the case. And that just drove me nuts. It drove me nuts. And then, of course, when they have the things and you know how people are when you have kids in public. And that's something that I've had to learn, especially, like I said, working in this field. I learned not to judge parenting as much. Because back in the day, especially when I used to go to like appointments and stuff and your kid was there and they were running around or they were yelling and stuff, I'd be like, why did you bring that child? Like, you should have left them at home. You should have got a babysitter. Now I understand kids act whatever, they're kids, first of all, but if they need to get up, some of them might be hyperactive. Some kids might not be comfortable. They might have breakdowns, stuff like that. Like, we need to be cognizant of that. And that's something I definitely start paying attention to now. Now that I know what to do when we go, yeah, you do. And it's always a learning process. Parenting is just a learning process. And of course, you know, we get hard on ourselves, swearing to goodness, we should be doing more. We should be doing this, but it's a learning process. Eventually we'll get it right. You know, we do what is best for our kiddos ourselves. My eldest hasn't had a public meltdown in 18 months. Yay. Nice. That is awesome, Joe. Yes. Knock on wood. What do the people do? Okay. Yeah, right. Oh, okay. Ain't trolling, just repping my race. Okay. I'm proud that you are, but you're going to get kicked. Can someone, one of my mods, I know you're still here. Let's see. Where is he at? Let's see. Right. Let's, bye. You can go in timeout. You're gone. I don't care. I'm all about it. I am all about that stuff, but I'm not handling that. Yes, thank you. That's why I'm like, you can rep your race, but we ain't gonna sit here and come in to my live where we're sitting here just trying to chill. See you later. Oh, thank you, Ray. You hit it before I could. Thank you. Thank you. I deleted. Thank you. Thank you, CK. Oh no. Did he really? Let me check real quick. Hold on, guys. I can't stand him. Hold on. Like, you just uploaded a video. See, I cannot keep up, you guys. Let me look. You guys ever watch Deity's live streams? And you know how he be typing? Oh, wow, he really did. Drama in the psychology community, the Rosen. I can't. You see, he's slowly losing subscribers. He's slowly losing subscribers. I looked, it was like he had 80,000 and now he's at 79.7. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. No worries, Ray. We chilling. We chilling. I'm going to be on for about another 15 minutes because then I got to go get my baby. Oh my God. Let me see. Yes. Typing ASMR CK. He goes in. He goes in. He'll be sitting there typing. It's like, blah, 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 blah. And every time I'm just like, is this computer okay? Like, dang, he be getting it though. I'd be having me weak. I will react to his video probably sometime the week. I don't know. It might be just a random extra upload, you guys. Because I've already recorded my videos for next week, but let's see. The only time I judge, let's put this up so I can read it better. The only time I judge parents are when they neglect their kids to the point where they're starving. Yep. That's it. And that's it. And I will tell you guys an example. When I work with my clients, I let them know, like, we chill. You know, once we build that rapport, you're almost like my friend. I don't really look at you as a client, but when we're having conversations, I let you know, like, there are certain things you cannot sit here and tell me. And if I observe it, I'm a mandated reporter. So I will call on you. I'll call on you. And I had one client, we had been working with each other for like a year and a half, 2 years. And she was one of those I always share with you guys where she tried to get Social Security when she really didn't need Social Security. She was one of those that overused resources. And I would staff with my supervisor. And then we started getting really strict about it, where it was like, don't assist her with this, don't assist her with that, because she would go out and instead of using her money to get things, she would go to resources to get help with her electricity, help with her thing. And I have no issue with people doing that because I've done it in the past, but she was one of those, right? So just so you guys understand. And she was in a pretty bad relationship. They weren't that great. But she wasn't that great to him either. I was able to get both sides. And one of the days, she had 3 kids. The last child she had was by her current boyfriend. And one day I was taking them to school, or we were going to some appointment with the kids, and she got out of the car and the boys felt comfortable enough with me. And that's why we were talking about, and I love CK's live where she was talking about kids need a safe space, because they felt comfortable enough with me. Her oldest son would share about like growing up. He would ask about working out. He would talk about puberty things. And I'd be like, hey, like, I know I'm not your mama, but we can have little conversations. I don't mind. And since we've already had that rapport, they came up to me and was just like, hey, my mom's boyfriend slapped or hit her second youngest son in the face. And I was like, are you okay? Are you good? Like, cause he had issues. It was something she shared with me where she did not like him doing that prior. Talk to my supervisor. I had to report. I had to call, and she hated it. She was mad, and she threw it at me like, I thought we could talk about anything. I said, yes, we can talk about anything, because there's a lot of stuff I kept secret. I let you do until to a point I got tired of it because you were crossing boundaries. I said, but when it comes to your kids, when it comes to how you feed your kids, when it comes to your kids getting hit, I'm not going to sit here and be quiet about it. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to talk to my supervisor. I'm going to call if I need to. And she didn't like it. She closed services with us, even though it was like, okay, you can close services with us, but CPS is still talking to you. They're still going to talk to you. Like, it doesn't change anything. And it's like, that's why I loved CK's live when she was talking about having them have a safe space, because they didn't feel safe enough to speak to their mom. They didn't think mom was going to do anything. They've complained about it before. Like, that's what we're here for. You know, a lot of trolls today. Yes, there is. Oh, let me add you, Joe. If you don't mind, Joe, do you want to be one of my mods? Right? Let me put Joe in. Thank you, Wraith. You doing it too. You doing it. And CK getting it in. I appreciate y'all. Good job, Kay, looking out for the kiddos. Thank you, Wow YouTube. And it's something like I just recently did it. My partner, he's in the field too. And luckily he's actually changing to a different treatment center. He's going to be working with clients who are seriously mentally ill and have eating disorders. So I'm super hyped for that, because I've never gotten to work with clients who have eating disorders or anything. And where was I going? He was previously working at a group home for clients or kids who were in DCS care or child support care, or not child support, in CPS care. And we heard things, and he was not liking it. He would go off on the owners about how they treated the kids, what was going on. And they didn't listen. They thought he was being combative. He wasn't trying to listen to supervisors or whatever, and of course fired him. And I was like, oh, what was going on? What happened? He was like, oh, they were doing this. It was like something really bad going on in one of the houses. And I called. I'm not, especially when it comes to these kids, because one of them had an outburst because the way they were talking to the kids, they were treating these kids. I was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, these kids need the most support right now. You know, all kids need support, but they're in a foster home. They're away from their family for whatever reason. Let's not talk these kids like crap. Let's not treat them like crap. Let's treat them and teach them what they need to learn to be effective adults when they get older. But they didn't care. You could tell it was one of those, we're about the money, you know? Let me see. Let's see. I can't say your name, but there you are. Oh, nice, pretty picture. Thank you for standing up for beating kids, my dear. Yeah, no problem. I will do it all day. I'm one of those. I will do it all day. Don't care. My sister's ex was harming her boys, and I told my sister that I will report you to CPS if he doesn't leave the home. He is no longer there. Nice. That's what we need, more people to willing to speak up. It's one of those things. I think a lot of people, they don't want to cross bounds, or they feel like it's not their place to say certain things. But you know what, when it comes to kids, when it comes to elders, I've called on adult protective services. I've done that as well, because I've had people abuse or treat their elderly family members like shit. They only really cared about, you know, sitting here and getting their monthly check, because they would usually be on Social Security. I don't like that. Like, I don't like it at all, because I look at it as, what would you do if you were that age? You want love. There was something going on Twitter just recently where this kid was sharing that his mom was beating up on his grandma because she had accidents, because she wasn't wearing a diaper or whatever the case is. And people were dragging him, and they're like, why are you telling Twitter? Twitter can't help you. What are you doing? You need to go to the authorities. And he shared like, no, my mom works and knows people with the authorities, and they block her. So I need other people to kind of report this and get the word out. And the internet works sometimes like that, you know? And it was just like, man, but that was something that really just happened. Geez. I am where did she go? CK, where is it? Nice, thank you, Alex. Report them. I'm convinced it's the same troll, right? With multiple stock accounts. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So tired and paid and no patience for this. That's right. Go ahead, Wraith. I understand. When I'm not feeling good or I'm tired, like I go off. And then I also know, like my psychiatrist will ask me, hey, how was your moods? Like, what's going on? If I'm in that bad, like in a bad space mentally, I'm going off about every little thing. Everybody feels it. So I definitely understand. None of us are amused. That's exact. That's right. Hey, kids are innocent. They need someone to have their backs if their parents won't. Yes. And a big thing was my ex-client, she didn't want to be alone. She didn't want him to leave. It was just crazy. And I was just like, nah, your babies are here longer. Your babies are here longer. Let's see. That's right. If it's necessary, I will take my nephews. I don't want them in a bad environment. Exactly. Psyched, have I told you lately that I love you? Psyched is awesome. Like she was like, I am not playing. Snitch alert. Oh, well, thank God that's gone. Before the NHS, let's put you up so I can read it better. Before the NHS shared their patient info, many kids weren't being helped saved. There are many cases in the UK where death and abuse were overlooked. That is big out here too, just because a lot of the resources are so slim and they don't want to pay for it. They don't want to pay for it. They don't want to give the funding. So, and it's like, come on now, there's kids who really need it, but then you also have people who call spitefully. I've had that happen to me in my past where my stepmom, ex-stepmom, F that. Ooh, F her. When I left my parents' home because they were controlling, they were abusive, things was going on. I moved out right when I was 18 and I moved in with my stepsister and her kids. She had 2 kids. And rest in peace, because one of them passed away from pneumonia. I love him to death. I miss him. But I moved in with her, and my stepmom, because she was mad because she didn't like the fact that I moved out, decided to call CPS on me, trying to say I was essily abusing my niece. I said this bit. She was lucky I never saw her for years afterwards, and she apologized. But I was like, you know what? You're sitting here wasting resources calling on me, knowing dang on well ain't nothing wrong with me. You're just hating on me. You're mad when there's so many people out there that truly need the help. You guys keep being in the window. You guys better calm down. I definitely get it. I applaud those for speaking up for anyone abused, even if it's a tough situation. Yes, thank you, Jael. Thank you. I think it's super important. Let's keep, and I tell everybody, somebody has to speak up for vulnerable children. I agree, CK. I agree. Like, at first I used to feel guilty, like, and I was one of them too, where I'd be like, it's none of my business. I don't need to know. I don't care. I remember hearing we had a neighbor one time, because we lived in a 3-story like apartments where it's one apartment, boom, boom. And the neighbors upstairs, you could hear this man beat the shit out of his wife. And at first I was like, well, that's none of my business. Nope. And I was fucked up. I'll admit it. I was like, nobody called for me. When I was getting my ass beat, nobody called for me. And that is fucked up thinking. I know, you guys, I'm so ashamed for it. But then I finally got tired of it and I called. I was like, you know what? That's fucked up. My partner was like, hey, that's fucked up. Sorry, I'm cursing a lot. I curse a lot, guys. And I actually called and had them. And then she went back, unfortunately, but we know how the cycle goes. It takes some time. And but she went back. But I did have that thinking for a long time. I really did. KC, I wish someone would have, for me, I wasn't physically abused, but my parents were bad addicts. I'd seen them threaten to kill each other. Oh, wow. I understand that too, Casey. Definitely. My dad, like if my stepmom, and the thing is, it's like my stepmom tried to get my dad on the right track because he was alcoholic. He used to do drugs, stuff like that. And she was like, oh, I can get him back on it. I can get it back on it. But he would still sneak. He would still go because, alcoholism, it's real. And they would have an argument. And next thing you know, he's out there acting a fool, yelling at each other. He would try to hit her and I would step in. And I told her straight up, I was just like, yo, if I was you, I'd get out of this situation. And she looked at me. She was like, you're willing to say that about your dad? I said, yes, he's trash. Like, I have no issue calling my dad trash. He's trash. You shouldn't be treated this way, especially and I get you want to like try to help him because, a lot of us women, we want to sit here and help the men and make them feel good. And I was like, no, leave. He's trash. You don't need this. You have 3 kids that are watching you, seeing this happen. And a lot of it is like my older stepsister to this day does not like the situations that she put them through because it wasn't just like my dad. It was, she kind of had a type who treated her like shit. And to this day, they regret it. They don't like it. And they understand and can reflect that a lot of their things they go through now is because of it. And I'm the same way. Like I watched my grandma, I lived with her for a while, watched my grandma, my grandpa go at it with each other. And that stuff's traumatic. That stuff is very traumatizing. And I didn't even know that's what that was, Now that I'm getting older and I understand like seeing those type of things and those type of situations, and that can mess with you. Let's see. Let's look. There was a big child case where a girl's parents took her to different hospitals to avoid being caught. Unfortunately, she died to the abuse. Yes. Then the NHS kicked in their share. And and I hate that that's the case. I hate that it has to be something so drastic for people to do something. Like recently, and this is what pisses me off, guys. Recently, I don't know, I know most of our smokers probably know, but in the US, we just upped their smoking age to 21. And the only reason they did that was because a few people died from vaping. And then they used, these kids, the kids. And it's like, now I'm kind of mad they upped it to 21, but I'm not because I can understand. But it's like you're upping cigarettes to 21 because how about we just, y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Like, it's always something drastic. It had 8 people die. 8 people die from vaping, bad vape products. So then you turn around and that's where you're like, oh, maybe we should pay attention to tobacco and what's going on and up it to 21. And then and honestly, I kind of think it's kind of trash they did that because now you have all of these 18-year-olds up to 21 who are now have to quit. They're forced quit. Like the government's telling you can't smoke. So you can't do this with your body, even though everybody's been used to 18 and up. And it's cool because there are some resources out there that will help you. But what about the people that don't have access to these resources, are unable to get it? So now you're making these people quit cold turkey. Hey, that is not your food. Get down. Gosh. Sorry, yelling at my other kids. Thank you, Wraith. I appreciate it. I try. Bye. Bye, Jael. I'll talk to you later. See you later. Rafe said, told you not to try me. Let's see. Many will turn a blind eye because they think the next person will report. But how many next people will there? That's right. That is so true. And that's why I'm not going to hesitate. I'm not going to hesitate no more. We live and learn and grow as people. Don't beat yourself up too much. You're human. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Because I did. That was trash. And I remember sharing that with my sister. She was like, okay, sister, you were, I'm like, I know. And that's why I don't think and then now I'm like, oh no, that was horrible. And I learned. I did. Oh, thank you guys. And there's a lot more that I will share. Some of it I'm not going to put on YouTube because I do have like coworkers and stuff like that might be checking me out, or ex-coworkers, but a lot of it is going to be on my Patreon. So you guys can check it out if you want to. And I'm not doing like my official Patreon, and the links are in the description. And if you want to share them real quick with me, CK or Wraith or Joe, you can do that. But a lot of it is going to be a little bit deeper where I share like some of my personal stuff, kind of sharing, and this is down the road. It's not going to be like a super rush, but some of the stuff I dealt with like my mom and dealing with my dad and just my own journey. I'll share that. And then I'll also share with you guys too. But yes, I've been through it. Like, I think a lot of us can relate. We've been through it. Like, I've been through and that's why I wanted to do this job, because I've had really great people along the way help me when I was homeless, when I was in shelters, when I needed help, assistance, like so many of them, even in like when I went to a DV shelter, I went to a regular shelter, I've been to a transitional shelter. And then I finally was able to get back on my feet and, cross some barriers. And along the way, I had really great people who were there to help me. And I've been thinking about maybe, getting another job. I know, judge me guys, like, how am I going to do 2 jobs? And YouTube, I'll figure it out. I've gotten a good schedule, but I've actually applied at the DV shelter I used to work at, and I'm going to have a conversation with them and talk to them on Tuesday, because they have an overnight, like, part-time case manager position, and it's where I lived. I lived there. I came in the shelter, and then I moved up into their transitional living, and it was something that helped me get on my feet, and I would love to give that back to them. I really would. But it just depends on the pay, because I'm lucky with my first job, I can make my hours and stuff. So it depends on the pay and it depends on the hours. I don't want to overextend myself, but it was part-time, so we'll see what they say. And if not, I like my regular job. It's cool. Let's see. My ex got to the point where I feared it would go to physical abuse. I didn't want my daughters around that environment, so I refused to get back with him. And that is something, like, I'm not going to lie, it took me a second to get out. He did it at first. The first warning sign was a lot of, okay, guys, this man, and this is my oldest son's dad. This man sat here, and whenever I would go out or go see someone, he would vaginally check me to make sure I wasn't cheating. And when I say vaginally check, I mean vaginally check, right? And that to me, and I tell my partner this, and he's like, that wasn't a warning sign. And I'm like, no, because I grew up watching possessiveness. I grew up watching that thing from my dad. So I thought that was normal. And then he started verbally talking crap to me. And then when it got physical was whenever, when I was pregnant, he came into my home uninvited. And I was a mess back then. I take accountability for the things I did. But he came into my home, my apartment. I was asleep, and I had a friend over, and he was somebody. We were on a break, okay? Me and my oldest son's dad, we were on a break. And I was just kind of like talking to someone else because I liked him too. He's the one I got tattooed on my chest. I did that stupidly. Oh my goodness, that was so dumb. Don't ever do that. And he came over and he beat the crap out of him, but then he beat me. And he was just like, ah! And I kind of hit him with a cast iron candlestick. I did. And it was witnessed. I didn't care. I called the cops, all of that. He went to jail. After he got out of jail, I went back. I was like, well, I'm pregnant. And because by the time he got out, I ended up being 6 months. So you already can imagine I was showing. And I was just like, I'm pregnant. I want to be with him. And he gave a good game. Like, oh, I'm going to be there for my child. This is my son. I don't care. Wow. And then within, 6 months after my son was born, it was pretty good. He still had abusive tendencies, abusive behaviors. He would talk crap and possessive and things like that. But it was like within like the first 6 months I had him, that's when we had our biggest one where he literally, he beat the crap out of me. So then I was just like, no, I can't do this. He went to jail again. I moved out because his mom told lies. But his mom told lies saying I just ran away. But it was like, no, I'm not going to stay in this situation. And I remembered my baby, my oldest son, he's only 6 months old. After seeing that whole situation, he was just like, bah, he would just start hitting people. And I was like, oh, no. We're not going to make that seem like it is okay. It is okay. And I left. We tried when he went to prison again. I did go back again because I was gone for like a year or so. And I went back thinking he was going to be different. So I went to live. I was in transition, and I went to go live with his mom. Because I was getting out of the transitional shelter. I lived with some really bad friends who were using drugs, and I was falling into that. So I said, no, I need to go. And his mom was like, come on in. And she wanted to be around his grandson. And so he was in prison at that time. He still had like almost like a year left. And he started getting abusive in his letters. Like, I was like, wait a minute, what? At that time I was working, I had my son, I was trying to help take care of bills. I lived in a living room on a mattress, and I was paying over half of the bills. And he would sit there and try to get abusive in his things, tell me what to do and be controlling. I said, I'm done. I left. That was the last time I saw him. Last time I was like with him. He ended up with his ex-wife. And this is where I say, I don't really believe in karma too much, but I do. And I end up saying that karma is a bitch sometimes, because his current wife, she ended up doing to him what he did to me. She would beat him up. She would treat him bad, just like treat him like shit. And I'll never forget when I finally got my closure, which was, 8 years later, he's like, I'm sorry. He finally told me I'm sorry. But even now, like, we don't talk because no, the only reason he talks to me, it's not because he wants a son. He just wants to get back together. And that's not happening. I learned my lesson. Let's see. Why do you think of that, making them quit when they're already been smoking forever, however long? Yes, that was something I was thinking about. I'm like, oh my God, our country just sat here and forced these people to quit smoking because who knows? Like, I started smoking young. I did. I grew up in a family that smoked. I snuck cigarettes, stuff like that. I can't imagine being forced to quit from my country. They're like, no, you're too young. Wait, what? Like, get the heck out of my face. I can't. Oh, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I'm about to get off in a little bit, but I want to catch up with whatever everybody's been saying. When you grow up for years in a volatile environment, it seems normal. It does. It really does. I thought that was okay. Oh no, don't play with me. More news about Kobe. What happened? Oh no, what happened? It's bad. Oh no. Let me look. Oh, my sister is sitting here. I hope if you're watching my live, sister, hi. Sorry, guys. You could say something. Could say hello. Let me look. Told you my family be on here. I know she'd be here. Let's see. Kobe is a legend. He really was. I don't see who it is, though. I don't know. What was it? She said, hey, sister. I hope she did. She sent me a text talking about autumn blessings. I'm like, what are you talking about, autumn blessings? I don't know what she's saying. Huh? Oh, let me like it. And then let me question. Sorry, guys. Hold on. That's why. Let's see. I'll look at it. I will look at it. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, snap. I'll see that later. That's why I don't talk to my ex-husband. He will always talk down to me, never asked about her son, just dug at me. Yep. That's what my oldest son's dad did. That's literally it. He would come back in, and if I didn't want to get back with him or anything like that, he literally would just start talking shit. Like, that's why my wife, I'm like, your wife beats on you. But okay, if you feel like that's something I don't care. Like, honestly, my partner now is like the safest relationship I ever been in. Literally, we have our moments, of course every relationship does, but he's literally been the safest relationship I've been in. He might be listening, I don't know, but it's something I definitely appreciate. The safest. Like, even with my ex-husband, we had moments where I had to sock him in the eye for calling me the N-word. He's half and half. I showed you guys in one of my videos, but man, when the N-word came out, the other half, the white half, I was like, nope, we ain't doing that. My uncle said he heard Rick Fox was with. Are you kidding me? Rick Fox too? Oh no. Can you guys tell I used to love me some basketball? Oh no. I hope not. We're going to lose some legends. We're going to lose some legends. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. Let's see. I really hope not, Brandy. Yeah, it could be false. I was looking. Okay, you should watch a UK TV series called I will. I need to get into it. And it's on Netflix, right? I have Netflix, or is it on Prime? Or is it Hulu? Or is it all of them? Which one is it? Let me know. One last cigarette, and then I'm going to get going, guys. I promise. Oh, thanks, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it could be false. It was hard. It was really hard. But yep, my partner now, like we had a scandalous start. We really did. It was a little scandalous. Share that with you guys later, another time. But he's my safest person. Like we argue, but we always just like we can go back and be like, we're good. It's BBC. Would it be on BBC America? Probably. Is there new episodes? I need to start from the beginning. Isn't there like a gang of seasons? Like I need to start from the beginning, most likely. There's so many shows that I need to catch up on. And it's hard because now that I'm like on YouTube, I get stuck in the YouTube realm where it's like, oh, like we just caught up on Rick and Morty. I just finished something else. I can't remember. I've been really into anime recently. It kind of helps. I don't know why. It just makes me feel good to watch an anime. Let me see. She's saying, oh my God, what happened? I didn't say autumn blessings. Who said autumn blessings? I don't know. I'm not going to pay no attention. Bye, Wow YouTube. Have a good day. I hope you have a great day. I'm about to get off in like a little bit too. Nice seeing you. Thank you for joining. Oh, there's a lot of seasons. I think they're on the 4th or 5th. See, I need to catch up. It's on my list. It really is. I have so many series I need to catch up. I love British YouTube or British television, Joe. I love it. My sister got me into it. She really did because she showed me like she has like this special VPN and then she was paying monthly to see like all of like the little reality shows and stuff. And then I would go online to try to find them. Like, what is it called? The one where is it Love Island? No, what is the one where they went to like a place and they were trying to match up? Oh, it's so good. I love that stuff. Rest in peace. Yes. The kids and Rick Fox is bullshit. Okay. So it's not real? It's not real, Wraith? You guys do. You really do have a really good TV service. Like you guys got really good TV series. Yes, British TV is awesome. Like I'm like, oh, my biggest like what really got me into it is like the cooking stuff. Like I'm a big cooking fan. I love watching cooking shows too. I've been slacking on that. And I got into of course the Great British Bake Off and stuff. I watched that like crazy. That's what I finished. Love Island. Yeah, I love Love Island. I love it. Oh, TMZ reported his 13-year-old. Oh no. Oh no. That's trash. If that's the case. Oh my God. My heart goes to his wife. My heart goes to his wife. I love Patsy and Eddie. I don't think I've seen that one. And then back in the day, you remember Rosemary and Thyme? I used to watch that on PBS when I was a kid. Even as a kid, I loved that show. It's TMZ. TMZ reported. So I'll wait till TMZ sometimes has it right, but I'll wait till somebody else says it. Absolutely Fabulous was great. I need to check that out. Like I like the older ones too. They're so good. Oh man. Yeah, it sure was. I have to stop looking. Yes, Brandy, do it for your mental health. Definitely, because it's going to be one of those moments like, wow. And now they say it comes in 3, so I want to see. I hope nobody else passes. I really do. I really hope nobody else passes. Absolutely fast. Don't push my like sometimes they get it right. TMZ sometimes gets it right, but we never know. We never know. I just want to wait till maybe CNN something pops up and says something for sure, or like the LA news. But that was just a wow. And you guys have helped, like literally, you guys have helped legit help me feel better, for real. Because I would have broke down on here. I might still break down outside of here, but there's 4 other people. Okay. There's 4 other people. And I'm going to get into some of the Canadian shows too. They be having like the cooking shows and stuff up in Canada. I'm going to watch it. Like Monty Python's and Mr. Bean. I'm not going to lie, Alex. I never got into Monty Python. I never got into it. Never got into Mr. Bean. I thought he was annoying. I did. Like, I know he was like a thing of our time, but oh my God, he drove me nuts. He really did. I would look at Faulty Towers. My favorite show of all time recently has been Downton Abbey. I love Downton Abbey. Okay. I haven't seen the movie. I need to see the movie, but Downton Abbey, I literally got Prime Video just to watch Downton Abbey and Doctor Who. That's it. I love it. Yes, that, but they have not been identified yet. Oh, wow. Yes, Mr. Bean. YouTube. YouTube be having everything. If you want to sit here and find some channels that just stream stuff, man, they have them. They filmed Downton Abbey not far from me. Oh, how awesome. Oh, my goodness. That is so awesome. I would act a fool, go down there just like, I love that show. Taisha, Casey Dennis, oh no. Oh my word, no. Have they confirmed if she's all right? I can't find who the others are. It's probably going to take us some time. It's going to take us some time. My heart. Oh, that's where it's like, I literally just try to live day to day. I try not to, I try to plan, but it's something that is my anxiety. That's my anxiety. Bye, Beverly. Love you to pieces too. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. There's a Tudor Homegrounds in Henley where they filmed that. That's so cool. But yeah, I try to. It's the only one that's reported so far. I'm not sure. They haven't released the other 4. Yeah, that's my biggest thing, my anxiety. When I talk about my anxiety is things that I can't control. I've had a lot of car accidents, so there's a little bit of like PTSD there too. I've had accidents where it's been out of my control. I've had people hit me. Like I just had that one recently. I've had a tire blow on the freeway where I just spun around. I was 8 months pregnant. I spun around and flew into my back seat because I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. So it's like things like that mess with me. And I like hound people when it comes to their cars. If I see your tires, like if your tires look kind of shady to me, I'm like, go get your tires fixed. Like I can't, but it's always something that I try to calm myself down with, because things like this, it's like, it just triggers me, because it's like, dang, we never know. Life is never guaranteed to us. The next day is never guaranteed to us. So it's like, live to your fullest. Be as happy as you can. I love Sherlock, Alex. I love Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh my goodness. And the dude from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. So good. So good. And even the movies with Robert Downey Jr., I will watch them on repeat. I love Sherlock. Honestly, one of my biggest things that really got me into like the whole British thing is my books. Like I read a lot of like the old history of the like monarchs. I love Charles Dickens. He's one of my favorites. Like it really got me into it. And Sherlock, classic, such a classic. That's one of my favorite. To be honest, they film a lot of shows around my area because the scenery and Tudor style mansions, etc. Where do they film? What is that one? Shit. It's the books from Diana Gabaldon. I have it. What are they called? Crap. Yes, we are, Alex. We're jiving. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Trilo Bite, one of my new subscribers. Welcome. I have it on YouTube. It's just like a chill flow where it's copyright and you can watch, or copyright free, and you can listen to it on Spotify. I learned from it from my partner when he was working at the group homes. The kids would throw it on, all of that. But yeah, what is it called? Frontier, not Highlander. Not Highlander. I loved Highlander. What is that show that is on Stars and it came from a book by Diana Gabaldon? I have the books, guys. I don't have the first one. I don't have the first one to tell you what it is, but I love Outlander. Yes, Wraith. There it is. There y'all are. Yes. I have not watched that show because I have not finished the books. I think you guys can see the books back there. I have not finished the books at all. So I try not to watch it, even though I have the service to watch it. I have not watched it because I need to finish the books. They're so good. But where do they film those? Yes, Alex, Outlander. Where do they film those? Because I know it's going to be pretty. Because I know it's set over there in the UK in the book. So I'm hoping they do it there. Yes, Outlander, Brandy. I love the books. I just haven't finished. I literally have like 4 different series that I need to read or finish up. Like right now, I'm really into my more fantasy books. So I'm reading Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time series. I'm on book 4, but I haven't updated if you look at my Goodreads, you guys can check it out. I don't remember what my name is. I'll link it another time. But I'm on book 4 and it's so good, but I need to hit up my other books too. Oh, okay. They film in a few locations, Scotland, Devon, and Ireland. Oh, okay. Oh my God, I love the show, Scotland. See? Benedict equals love. I loved that Sherlock. I have the collection of stories. Yes, Benedict is awesome. Benedict Cumberbatch. I love him. And his name's funny. I think his name's funny. I've always wanted to move to Ireland. It's so pretty. Another place I really want to go check out, because you know the Lord of the Rings series, how it was filmed over there, is New Zealand. I think it's gorgeous. But I was watching this show on Netflix where it was like the borders and how strict they are for people to come in there. I don't know. And that flight, I don't know about that. She said, a lot is filmed in the Scottish Highlands, mainly the Black Isles area. It's so pretty. It is so pretty out there. Now I need to rewatch it, right? And I'm one of those, like, I like when they make TV adaptations and I like when they make movies sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, you don't need to do that. I don't need you to do that. The book was great. The detail, I feel like you'll miss out on a lot of it. Like you already know, one of my favorites is Game of Thrones. And they did so trash this last season. It was so trash. And I started to try to read those books, but the way George R.R. Martin writes, like it's hard. It's hard to like get through it. Yes, New Zealand is near impossible to get in. And that's why I'm like, I would love to. But when I watched that show, I was like, oh, they will not let my ass in there. I watched as a young girl when they filmed the big battle scene in Braveheart. Oh, how cool. They filmed near a small fishing village called Avosh. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Was visiting family. My grandpa took me to watch it film. That is so cool. I haven't watched Braveheart in so long. I've not watched that in so long. That was such a good movie too, though. It really is. And that's my thing. I love historical things. I like books set in back in the day. I love all of that stuff. I like the fantasy to be kind of, based off of the kings and the knights and the swords. Yes, you can throw in fairies and stuff like that too. So like right now, I'm just going to be honest, like we're in the series of Witcher. I don't know if you guys have seen that or started it on Netflix. It's all right. I haven't really been paying too much attention. Okay, Avok. Oh, okay. There we go. Thank you. I haven't been paying too much attention. And usually things like that with like fairies and mystical creatures grabs me. But right now, Witcher isn't doing it. And I think, honestly, a lot of it is the main actor because I just see him as Superman. I can't get past the whole Superman thing. I really can't. But I'm going to try. But that is my thing. I love those old historic stuff. They approve series 2. So then I'm going to have to watch it again. I'm going to have to give it a shot. It hasn't been catching me right now, but my partner loves it. He's like, it's bomb. He watches it. We could finish it. And I'm like, I guess I'm going to have to just start it over. Okay. Oh, we're running on almost 2 hours. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before I hop off? Got to go do a little drive, get my baby. Anything else? This has been a good live, guys. I need to do this more often. I do. I just and this is the whole point. I did it at this time because I wanted Alex to join. I wanted Joe to join. I wanted to make sure CK was able to join. I wanted to make sure everybody was able to join because I was like, And then luckily CK helped me understand the time difference because she's 2 hours ahead of me. And she said that you guys are almost like 5 hours. I don't know about you, Alex. You might be a little further. It's past 10. See? So I was trying to make sure we get you guys, because I figured it was about 7 hours or so. So for Alex, you're about 8 hours ahead. Okay. See? I won't be in next Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna do it next Sunday. It'll probably end up being on Sundays though. I want to do. I'm going to start doing at least one patron only live soon. Once I get a little bit more patrons, they're going to be about once a month, and then I want to do at least 2 over here with you guys. Yeah, no, CK, you helped. I definitely will do more live streams, and then of course, like I like how you guys do the good night site. You can, yes, I'm so happy you could be here too. I want you to get some rest. I know she said old bones. Ain't no old bones. I'm old too. Like I feel like as soon as I hit 30, my body was like, hey, guess what? Which is what made me kind of, it's 9 p.m. So, okay, Joe. So you're a good 7 hours and then Alex is a good 8. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Definitely. And I don't want to keep anyone up longer than that. But yeah, I think I'll do like 2, probably do 2 a month starting in February. We'll probably aim for Sundays. And then I'm going to do one, once I get a little bit more patrons, we'll do 1 a month over in patrons. And then depending on how it grows, we might add another. But that's what I definitely want to do. You're not Agent CK. Take care, CK. Have a good day. Every day isn't guaranteed. We need to live the best we can. Exactly. I agree with you, Brandy. Thank you. Oh, wait, where'd you go? There you go. Boom. Yes, Brandy, definitely. Let's do one on my channel if you want. I'd love to just hang out. Yes, Alex, and I love the fact that you are a psychologist. I would have so much fun with you. I love it and if you guys haven't had the chance, check out Alex's channel, check out Joe's channel, check out CK Fedora Chick's channel. Who else has a channel up in here? Let me see. Who else has a channel up in here? If you guys haven't checked their channels, check it out. I love Alex's channel, which is so psyched. She's on the screen. She's a psychologist, and she usually does like reactions to Amberlynn Reid and gives really good insight behind the thinking. And then she's also going through her own weight loss journey too. So definitely check out her channel. Check out Joe's channel. Bye, Joe. I hope you have a good night too. I'm about to end as well. Check out Joe's channel. And definitely, Alex, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that offline. You can hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. You can DM me there too. We'll figure something out. But definitely check out Joe's channel. She be uploading, sharing her life. She does candle reviews, which are awesome. Like, definitely check her out. The Witcher guy, Superman, is from Iowa. Oh, nice. Yep, Superman. That's what I look at him at. Oscar, if you don't sit down, dang. I always want to be loud. So is Sexy Jason. Yeah, Momoa. You were close, Mimosa. Make me think of a mimosa. If you were close, though, he is so fine. And I'm like kind of mad that he's with Lisa Bonet. She's gorgeous. She's aged so beautifully, but I'm kind of like, he's so sexy. Like, can I have him? Let's see. Yes, Casey, I just turned, like when I hit 30, it was one of those eye openings. That's when I took like really seriously my health, because I could feel it. Like as soon as 30 hit, it was one of those moments like, oh, okay, like we're getting older. We need to take life seriously. We need to take our health seriously. So I understand, but I've been able to kind of like remind myself, like I see a lot of people now who are like 40s and in their 50s, 60s, and they're living, they're happy and they're energetic and they're doing things. Like I just watched, like, I don't know if you guys know Leslie Jones off of SNL. She had a special on Netflix and she's 52 and she looked good. She was out there like, guess what? You know, you might feel you're old then, and I don't even feel old at 50. So it gives me some hope to not feel too bad. Wait, I lied different on the witch. I lied different guy. Oh, okay. Oh, well, close enough. Yes, guys, if you want to support, thank you, CK, for sharing. You guys can definitely check out my Patreon. There's different tiers you guys can check out. If you don't want to go all in and be one of my trash or so trash patrons, I have a I Got You K where you can support. You still get monthly shout outs over there and part of my private Discord community that I haven't set up. I'm still setting it up. It's for when we have more patrons, but you guys will have access to that too. Oh, thank you, CK. Thank you, Casey. It's been cool. And you know what? It's because we have this, community, and I'm past 40. That's all I will say. Ain't nothing wrong with being past 40. Go ahead. That means you're living, you have a life. Like a lot of us are lucky to get to these points, especially with the news we had today. Like that's awesome. Bye, Joe. I'm about to leave too. Thank you guys. I think this was a great stream just because we have such a good community. We're all very supportive. We're all here for the same thing. We want to break stigma. We want to feel comfortable. I want to have a safe space. That's the whole point of this, is because a lot of times we don't have that online, especially with society being so trash sometimes. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys had fun. We're hitting on 2 hours. I'm happy you guys came. I'll figure out another stream. It'll probably be, because this next week is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not going to be streaming then because I'm supposed to be going to my sister's because she'll be lonely. Her husband's going to like a Super Bowl party by herself because she don't like football. So I won't be home, but possibly the weekend after, that's when I'm on my vacation. So I don't know if I'll do it during the week or if we can do Sundays. If Sundays are good for you guys around this time, we can do that too. We might, I might make this my stream time because I was trying to find it to where I don't want anyone to really compete. A lot of us share the same community. We have the same subscribers. So I want to make sure we all get our time on our own streams, on our channels and stuff. Definitely we'll look into doing panels. I love watching CK and I love watching Lisa Duncan. Check out her channel too. She talks about chronic illness and mental health sometimes, and a little bit of mental health thrown in there. Check her out. But I know a lot of you guys are doing like panels and I would love to add different people in. We'll be looking. Sundays are good too. Cool. I like that. Me and Fedora, we will sit here and figure out different times where we will do a collab as well again, because I have so much fun. That's my homie. That's one of my homies on here. One of my homies. We like literally can talk all day. I love it. But I thank you guys so much. Again, if you want to support, links are in the description. I'll put them in the description. I'm going to link Fedora's channel. I'm going to link Lisa's channel. I'm going to link Joe's channel. I'm going to link, yes, Leslie Jones is 52. I know, right? She looks so young and she was sharing her whole days back in it was great. Definitely if you have Netflix, check it out. She's funny. But I'm going to link, what was I saying? See, ADHD. Oh, wait. But I'm going to link Fedora's channel. I'm going to link Lisa's channel. I'm going to link Alex's channel, which is so psyched. I'm going to link Joe's channel. I'm going to, and anybody else that might have popped in, if you have a channel, I'm going to link you guys down in the description or in my pinned comment. And yeah, we're going to do some panels. I have some plans, I have some plans for this community, for everybody. So I definitely appreciate you guys, joining me and hopping on this journey and supporting me, watching my videos, commenting, sharing your experiences. I don't give a damn if it's critical. I don't care if you don't agree with me. I want to hear it because I'm big on, let's not have echo chambers of all of us having the same views. Let's try to sit down and think critically, which was my whole thing in the beginning of this stream before everything went crazy. But let's sit down and think critically. And I like the fact that you guys can share and share your experiences. I have so many people from different backgrounds who work in mental health, some who used to work in mental health, some people who are just interested in mental health. So I love that, you guys, and I really appreciate it. Like I always say, it's no pressure to check out. There's no pressure to sign up for Patreon or to donate or anything like that. It's always appreciated when you guys sit here and just watch my videos, comment, share, subscribe, like, dislike, no matter what. I appreciate it because it shows me that I'm doing this for a reason, and I should have did it sooner, but I'm glad that I'm doing it now. So awesome. Yes, Leslie is awesome. Leslie's hilarious. So thank you guys so much for joining me. For anyone who's missed it, I will go ahead and make sure to leave it up, which I don't care. I've cursed, all of that stuff. I don't care. We're demonetized. They can't take my money from me anyway. So whatever. But I will leave it up for anybody who missed. I appreciate you guys for kicking it with me for 2 hours. You guys don't understand how much you guys just talking with me right now with this news went through helps me from breaking down. You saw a little bit, but you guys helped me stay distracted. You guys helped me feel better. You guys helped me just kind of reframe it and not break down on, and understand like, this is our lives and we just got to live one day at a time. So I thank you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. Check out the links in the description. Check out all the people I'm going to link down below. Subscribe to their channels, I say, because they're awesome, but you don't have to. If you don't have to, it's all up to you. But I thank you guys for joining me. We'll most likely have another live in about 2 weeks. So what is it, the week of February 14th. I will announce it then. It'll be about this time since Sunday seems to be a good time for everyone. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you, Alex. Oh, thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. I try. I thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys later. Hit me up on Twitter, Journey to Find K. You can hit me up on Instagram, Journey to Find K. I usually, it might take me some time if you message me on there, but I will hit you back. I appreciate you guys so much. I've never been linked before. LOL. What do you mean linked? Do you have a channel, Casey? Tell me real quick before I leave. Hurry. I don't. Do you have a channel? I can't see. Let me look over here. Hold on. Like, I have tools in front of me. I could just sit here and look. Oh, you do? Okay, I will link you too and get you up. Let's link her. Let's shout out Casey as well so we can get her some subscribers. I got you. Oh, yay. I will do that. You will be linked down below in the description box. I got you guys. Thank you guys. Happy Sunday. I hope I send you guys nothing but love, positivity, especially during the news that we shared, especially if this is something that affects you so much. I send you love and positivity just for your everyday lives going into this upcoming stream or coming to this upcoming week. I hope everybody's week is great. I hope whatever you have to do, you're productive in your own way to handle the business you got to handle. I thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm so happy for this community I have. I'll catch you guys later. Don't be afraid to hit me up on Twitter. Don't be afraid to hit me up on Insta. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Mwah. Bye, guys. Oh, yay. Because So Psyched is awesome. She's awesome. I love Alex to death. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys. Let's see. There we go.